Fucking slam it, bud.
Eat that protein bar, mommy.
Ew. Fuck, I hated that.
I've been working out at
Ew.
night usually, but worked out in the morning.
She's ready.
I'm ready. Oh,
The endorphins are endorphining.
yeah. It was hard though.
You look beefed up. You got the pump.
I just walked on the treadmill and watched
But how long did you walk
Love
for?
is Blind. It was 45 minutes. Incline.
What do you think of this season of Love is Blind, by the way?
I'm just like, I'm still in the pods, but more wholesome than most.
Okay, yeah. I had some opinions. I got up to when the episodes had ended, so it was right when they finished the pods and everybody was headed to the villa.
Okay.
So you'll have to let me know when you get there because I have some opinions. But we'll catch up on that next week.
Yeah, we can.
I love how Love is Blind is something we definitely share.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so great. I love it. I love it.
I can't. It's the reveals for me, and it's
how
like
awkward and
just judging.
Oh yeah, they're
just judging. Who do they hate each other?
Oh, I love that. I love when they actually love the first reveal I watched with the golden retriever guy.
Oh,
So
what
cute.
a golden retriever!
They're so perfect together so far.
Literally,
At least.
so far. Sometimes I wonder those golden retriever guys. Is it all an act?
I don't know.
So there's some drama you haven't hit yet. That's actually pretty juicy.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
That I'm. Well, you'll see it. It's at the end. It's before the pods. But it's good. And I mean, like it. No spoilers in the comments.
Yeah. I mean, this episode's gonna come out like years later, basically.
Yeah, but I'm not spoiling it for you.
I don't
You
care.
look so upset. Do you
I
want
know,
a little
I
piece?
know that there's like a couple guys that like a couple of the girls, and same with the girls with a couple guys. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know names though.
I don't know the names either, but do you want like a little? Do you want a slice of a cup of tea? All right. The last reveal between two people. I won't say who. The reveal, you can tell there's something weird there. That night, she goes back to her hotel and she just thinks, I know this guy from somewhere. Yeah, so he apparently had followed her on Instagram months before the show and then unfollowed her. So she thinks that this whole entire time, everything that he talked to her about was in her bio on Instagram. And it was kind of like weird stalkery. He searched her out.
And then he knew who she was when she was in the pods.
Are you ready, babe?
Oh, I'm so excited. I have no idea who it is, so that's not even a spoiler.
No, okay, good. There, yeah. So that's a thing.
Do you think Love is Blind?
I'm cool.
I don't.
I think you need a level of physical interaction. Like, I think someone can be great on the inside, but you still have to enjoy their outside.
I think so as well. I think there needs to be a level of that.
Absolutely.
There has to be a level of that.
So, you people bathed a little bit this week.
I did.
Your face.
I had to search my mind palace. I was like, did I? Did I people bathe?
Palace.
I did. How do you wait?
Yeah.
Where did I people bathe?
The vet.
Girl, how fucking dare you? No, I did.
You need to tell people.
I did.
About the barb. Tell us about the barb.
Listen, Barbara?
Yeah.
Who's Barbara?
You're
Deborah?
Wait, do I ever? I'm leaving.
I know what you meant. I was just being a bitch. No, you're right.
Just like, how's Barb?
It's so close. It's close enough. I got a little golden retriever puppy named Deborah, little Debbie. She's adorable. She's so cute. She's very smart already. And yeah, I had to take her to the vet.
How much does she weigh?
Right now, she's 11 pounds. She's only.
Oh my God, she's already bigger than like all my dogs.
Yeah, she's so sorry. It was brewing. She's
dude, I'm brewing something too.
She's only 8 weeks old. So she's just a little puppy. She's a little fluff ball. She's like this big. But she'll grow really fast.
So
I can't wait till she's big enough to play with Kevin because I feel so bad for Kevin because he's the only big dog and all the other dogs are like this big. So
now he'll have a buddy to like bounce around the yard with and like have a really good time.
But I did people bathe. I went to the vet and we had a friend move down here. He's another YouTuber, Brandon Buckingham, and his wife and baby are going to come soon too. But they're moving down here, so I have peoples down here. They're not you.
Good.
But there's people.
I'm still not there, sorry.
There's people. So I went to Chili's. I people bathed at Chili's.
You went to Chili? Dude, I've never been to Chili's. Is it like the movies make it out to be?
No, it's significantly worse. No, it's pretty
What'd
good.
you order?
The staff is super nice. I shout out to, actually, no, I probably shouldn't say where I'm from.
We're just like, I can't go into a bit.
I'm good at just doxing myself. It's terrible. Shout out. They know if they're watching,
fine.
you know, shout out to the staff. They're really awesome. And I met quite a few people there, took pictures with a lot of people. Yeah, but everyone was really nice.
That's one thing we don't notice because we're in the country is how many, like, it's a part of imposter syndrome and a part of just like isolating a bit that when we go out in the world, we meet so many people and we like forget about it. Dude, I went to WWE, right? And I didn't even think about it. Netflix was like, hey, do you want to come to WWE? And I was like, I have never.
So fun.
I love Hulk Hogan, but I've never been to anything like this ever. And I was like, sure, let's absolutely do that. So Adam and I had tickets. We get there. We thought we were going to be in the Netflix like booth up in the sky. And they're like, hey, we got tickets in front row. You want to go?
Cool.
And I was like, immediately. That sounds intense. Yeah. So I go down there. I did not think that my fans were WWE fans, which is incredible. I probably met, because I had to go to the bathroom at one point and I had to go up in like up on like where people come in. I almost peed my pants. I met like 75 people. Oh my God. Which was so cool. But dude, I was standing there and I'm like 10 feet from Logan Paul, John Cena, The Rock. For some reason, Travis Scott just like shows up and is there with Paul. He's literally burning Paulo Santa, which was so weird. But I've never experienced wrestling, which is really weird when you can't hear them, because I wasn't under the impression that wrestling was fake.
Yeah, it's theater.
It is. It's sick,
theater.
and I loved it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, at one point, they kept flashing to Adam and I just had so many Instagram stories, and you just see me, and I'm just like,
did. You're like,
no.
It was awesome. I was so pumped for you. That's so fun.
So, dude, I wrote them, and I'm like, thank you so much for inviting me. And they're like, yeah, we heard you had a bunch of screen time. I'm like, apologies.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Mind blown.
That's so cool.
No, dude. They still use their body to like smash full tables and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's like gymnastics, wrestling, and theater all together. Like, it is very impressive. Like, I get it. I don't watch it personally, but I understand the hype.
I think that if I was in high school and I would have discovered that, maybe I would have done something like that.
I was going to say, I could see you doing something like that. Just like all out, just so dramatic and just like, yeah. And like a character. What would your character be?
Oh, shit. Cindy Sniffs.
I figured it would be something like that.
Yeah.
Cindy Slam
and
a lot.
That'd be my thing. Before I go for people, I'd be like,
ooh.
And then I power slam them.
Yeah. Cindy Slam.
What would your wrestling name be?
Slammer. I like that. No, not Cindy me. That's Slammer. You. Selena.
Yeah, but what's yours?
Oh. I feel like I'd be like, call me Chris Leg Locker or something. Just like lock people in my legs, and then I'd have them like, I've never watched WWE in my life, but I'd have them, I watch a lot of MMA, have it in between my legs, and their face would be here, and I'd just like beat him up, draw a mustache on him or something. Make
that'd
out.
Be funny. Dude, just make out.
You know who I do like in WWE? What's her name? The really tall brunette woman that everybody lusts for.
Yeah, Rhea.
Yes, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea something. Yeah, she was there. She didn't fight, but she came out for a second, and I was like, step on my throat. Step on my throat. Rhea Ripley.
Rhea.
Ripley.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
I want her to hurt me. I have moments like when these like little ones were coming down, and I just look at Adam, I'm like, I might be gayer than I thought. I think I'm a little gayer today. I'm on like this gay spectrum.
And he'd just be like,
sometimes I'm extra gay. Sometimes I'm like, you my bro.
I love that.
I don't know who I am.
I love that. That's okay. I'm glad you had fun. That's good. That's a lot of people bathing. That is something
37,000 people.
That's something I'd struggle with. I have struggled with being in like those big situations. You know what I did? I actually said no to a people bathing experience this past weekend, which I kind of regret. I wish I kind of went, but I was just feeling a little extra anxious that day. It was like at a big rodeo thing, and I really wanted to go, but you know what I also feel like?
Gotta listen to your heart.
I feel like I ruined the experience for the people I'm with.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like if people are like constantly stopping me and saying, hey, like I'm fine with it, like it's cool with me, but then the people I'm with are just like waiting around, taking the pictures for me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And no one's ever complained that's with me. Actually, that's not true.
Yeah.
Somebody has.
I've experienced. Oh, have they?
Yeah,
I've had people complain too. Oh, okay. Yep.
But it's just like, I don't know. I just feel bad. I'm just like, I just want them to go have fun. That's fine. I'll stay back.
Yeah. Do you ever disguise it up though?
I have. Okay. I have.
Yeah. I've experienced that. Sometimes it's like obviously we absolutely love meeting people, but when there's like, we've experienced the line forming and then you're trying to do something, but then you feel bad and you can't leave the line. And then I had it with my parents. My parents were just like standing there and they're just like, don't know what to do, but it's like, we still love it.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's just one of those things. It's a delicate balance.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah. I had one of those moments this week, like one of those full circle moments. It was like a teaching moment for me. I want to talk about it. I want to fucking talk about it. So I am not a person that gets revenge. I'm like, I'll talk it out loud. Like you and me, we'll talk. I see her face, but not actual revenge. I will talk about the things that I want to do. I will be like, oh, we could do this. And I'll come up with a plan. But then of course, Chris usually is like,
hey, no, we can't do that.
I don't do that kind of stuff anymore, but I had this creator. I'm not going to name any names. I've learned that it's fine to spill the tea, but we don't.
Well, you can tell me
names.
and they can just bleep it.
You'll know who it is when I tell the story. You already know the story. So long time ago, I had 1 million followers on TikTok, okay? And I had these two friends that were also Canadian and they were content creators. One had about 50,000 followers. The other one had about 20. So the one who had 50,000, we were really, really, really tight. Mm-hmm. So do you want me to tell you who it is? Do you know who it is?
No, I don't know who it is
You want to keep going? Okay, I'll keep going. You tell me, figure it out. So the one who has 50,000 we're really close with. So then we start talking to this other girl because she's making a lot of body positive content. I'm really liking who she is. You know who it is. Yeah, I knew it. As soon as I said, she's like, I know.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
So she only has, 25,000 followers at this time. We started doing these like wine Wednesdays where we would go on Zoom calls together because it was the middle of COVID and we would drink wine and we would talk. So me and the girl who had the 25,000 followers were on first waiting for our friend to jump on. She was getting home from work, that kind of thing. So I was wearing a crop top and I was like, I'm wearing a crop top. Like you gave me the confidence to wear this crop top. Said creator is bigger than me physically. Okay. Not that matters. No. Shouldn't matter. But she laughs and she goes, oh, not everyone should wear crop tops. And she laughs and I think she's joking. And then she puts her hand up like this so she doesn't have to see my midsection. She's like, crop tops are for everybody. And she literally did that to me and like laughed. And I just remember I like felt so embarrassed and I went off and I got a sweater. And then our friend popped on and it was kind of like this moment that was like left in the dust. And I felt so awkward. So after that, she started gaining followers like quicker. Yeah. Still nowhere near where I was. I was probably, now at this point, I'm probably at 5 million. Maybe she's at like 300,000 or a million or something like that. But once she hit 1 million followers on TikTok, like she was too good to talk to us. She didn't want to do like the stuff. Like we hadn't done the Wine Wednesday since that day just because like I had constantly put it off. So we hadn't talked in a bit. And then she was on Instagram at the same time. I probably had 1.5 million on Instagram and she had like 100K and she got verified. Yeah. So I just DM'd her. I'm like, hey, like, how did you get verified? Because I'm at 1.5 million. It'd be like so sick if I could get verified. And she just sends back LOL and nothing else. And she just gave off such gross vibes. And girl. I was like, you know what? And I thought about telling this story because like I felt bullied by her, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna take food out of someone's mouth. Like I don't know the whole story. Like maybe she's just like this with me. Maybe she's not like this with other people. So I'll send it to you later. But somebody posted this video and just said, like they're a body positive creator. And they're like, this other body positive creator, once I hit 5,000 followers, blocked me on everything. But she didn't say who. So then I jump into the comments and like the 100 comments from the top were all, they name this creator. Every single person names a creator and other stuff that they've done and how she gives off like mean girl vibes. And it's like, it's one of those things where I learned that like the universe, God, whatever, is going to always pay it where it's due. It's all like people are always going to see people's true colors no matter what. And like, I'm glad I never said anything and like, I'll never say her name, but like, I didn't need to. Don't need to. And that's a lesson on revenge, okay? Eventually, people get what's coming to them. And that's why I think, people resonate with us because, like, we are so unapologetically ourselves to the point that like even if we do get in trouble for shit, like we talk about it, we do, you know what I mean, like we level it all out. But some people don't, and they're just not there. I'll watch this person, I'll be like, she's saying this stuff and I'm like, this is so fake, like it's not at all who you are.
Yeah, I know, it's so frustrating. But also, do you want me to fight her?
You know, we could WWE
like twice,
shit,
yeah,
but not
call me Chris Leglock and Cindy Sniff Smackdown or whatever the fuck it is. But no, you're right. No revenge, right?
No revenge.
But no, it's
you
true.
know, that's the thing. Like,
it's true.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to hold back a little bit. Like we have these platforms, and we know a lot of stuff about a lot of different creators that would just blow your fucking minds. There's like,
that's what you guys don't know. Like in the world, like I think something, and tell me if you believe in this. People are either in this industry amazing or terrible.
Yeah, there's no gray area.
Like there isn't really a middle
There's
ground.
no gray area. It is quite literally black and white. Yeah, no, it really is. It's great. It helps whittle it out for sure. But I know I mean you did too, but I got caught up in it so much in the first couple years, just believing people or like believing that they meant good intentions when they really didn't. And there's quite a few that I've actually worked with and collaborated with that have just completely been, but
on screen you can't even tell,
people,
and it's like,
man. Like, so all of which were not women. So just
honestly, yeah, I've only met women wise like 3 people that I'm like, they're horrible. Like someone recently I met who's so popular, and I was just like, I hate being let down. Like we've talked about this with celebrities before, but you meet them and you're like, oh my God, none of it's real, and you're absolutely terrible.
Yeah. There's a couple that like a lot of people really love, and I'm just like, they're not nice people. What?
Yeah. Man, but we don't talk to any of those kind of people anymore, which is great. And now we have our little friend group people, and we love, and that's the thing, we've sorted it out, and like we have the people that we love, which is great. Yeah. I hope to get more people in the future, but like I'm not gonna like have a fake relationship with somebody for social media.
Yeah, that's what it kind of seems to be like, and that's what, I mean, I don't hate VidCon or anything like that, but VidCon really opened my eyes to the people like that. It's like I wouldn't, or people would only talk to me because I had a certain amount of followers, and they'd make sure I had that, and if I didn't, or if like you didn't, then it'd be like, never mind. Was gross. And I was like, oh no, oh dear.
Tell me if you've had this same experience. I've had the experience where somebody like will come up to the group of people, not talk to you, give you like the look, and then come back after they went to another group and someone says, oh, that's that person, and be like, oh my God, I love you so much.
Yeah. It's just like, come on, man. I don't know. It's just tiring, exhausting. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But then there's so many really great people. There's so many really great people that we've
There's
met
more
too.
good people than bad. That's
definitely,
the thing, which is good.
Definitely. Like I don't know, when I worked with like the whole Ginormo cast, it's like a little show that I did on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like Stephen He and
Steven is amazing.
They're so nice. Like salt of the earth, like so sweet. Not talking about any of those people. But yeah, just you know.
We each have like 3 people.
Yeah, at least. And there's like, I don't know, there's like couples too where it's just, where you know that everything they do is fake and that it's terrible behind the scenes, and it's like, why? I don't know. I don't know, man. Just makes me sad. Just makes me sad.
Yeah. It's weird, but you know what? For some people, it's just a job.
It is just a job for
life.
some people, and that's what they want to do, and they want to climb the ladder, and it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine.
Absolutely.
And I just want to be on my farm, and you be in your farm, and us just live in our little world, our little spooky, ghosty world.
Our little spooky, ghosty world, man. Yeah. I was buying ghost equipment last night. Because, dude.
Wait, like for real? I could prove it. I know you did send it to me.
Yeah, show me what you got.
But
show me what you got.
And I could literally
Dude, I want to know what you bought.
We have a couple creators coming, and I realized I was like, oh, Selena has all the ghost equipment, so I just needed some regular ghost equipment that we usually get.
The regular cash stuff?
Just regular cash, just like, where the frick are my orders? One sec.
Because that's my plan today. My plan today is to get all my ghost shit out. Yes. And I need to like go through it all and see what I got.
This was literally yesterday. I ordered all of that
with the
stuff.
flashlight,
I have,
UP.
Yeah, a spirit box, EMF,
Yep.
The little, what's the little thing that dings if you go by it?
REM pod.
Spirit box. Yeah, all the stuff. Ooh, music box, I mean.
What are you doing? Do you have spooky plans?
Oh, so, yeah, I could probably say this because this will be like way after the fact. But we're going to Goatman's Bridge. Okay. Well, I've already been there. Because it's not too far from where I live. I didn't even realize that.
Goatman's Bridge. You went there, didn't you?
Yeah, dude. You were supposed to go there with me.
That was when I got sick.
That's when you got sick and you predicted like the whole night and everything. And you had to fly back. And then, we needed to just go somewhere where like it's just open and stuff. And I was like,
close and easy.
Goatman's Bridge.
Nice.
So we'll see how it is this time. I don't know.
How was it last time?
It was so what people don't know about Goatman's Bridge, or probably most people, is that it's literally on like a main road. So it's very awkward. It's hard.
Busy?
Yeah, it's busy, and then it's just like an open park, so anybody can be there. So that was a weird part of it. So we had to go really, really late at night. So hopefully this time around it'll be okay. And it was also super hot, and there were so many bugs when we went with like Sam and Colby and stuff. So
okay, low key glad I didn't. No,
you would not have liked it.
I got too much hair for that many bugs.
Fun and everything, but yeah, it was. It's still really spooky though. But yeah, it's not all. It's like it's cool, but it's not all that hyped up as it seems.
I had asked on Instagram like what people wanted from me this year and like from us and stuff. People want us to ghost hunt so bad. So that's why I went on. I was buying new stuff. So this is literally like the version of a REM pod, but has a bell on top. Now think of that, just hearing ding. Immediately no. Then I also got this thing. It was crazy how expensive it was. It was a bear and it's called a Boo Buddy. It's like this big. It's huge. And it literally is like kind of like a spirit box, but kind of not. Like it will sit there and be like, haha, that tickles. If a ghost touches the bear, I'm like, yeah, we need this for our content. So we have a $500 teddy bear now. Yeah.
Girl.
Ghost equipment. People don't realize how expensive ghost equipment is. Like the bell. What was the bell? $300.
Yeah, it really is. I just
like a REM pod is like $300.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Like make it affordable. You'd sell more stuff because it's just fun to use that stuff. So stupid.
And a lot of it's just like 3D printed, but this bell box looks sick.
It does look sick. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We need to ghost hunt.
Yeah.
We need to ghost hunt.
Dude, I'm setting someone up right now. I need those dates and we can do those.
Sounds good.
It's finally getting nice here. So next week's our first week of spring.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually probably best if we wait until it's like nicer. But probably in the next
Canada.
Maybe, I mean, what's the date? March 6th? Maybe like at the end of March.
Dude, come on. Yeah. You give me dates and I'll set shit up. The place, which I will not disclose, is really excited about us coming.
Oh, really?
And finally got an email back this morning. They're like, yes, immediately give us dates. We're gonna figure it all out. So they are good, and they like the colder season is when it's deader there. But I'm coming up with some plans, baby.
Okay. We'll discuss off camera.
Yeah, we'll discuss.
Sounds good.
Sounds magic. Sounds great. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, I did put together quite a doc of quite interesting things for us to talk about today. But I want you to be the chooser of what we talk about first.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to name them off. We got paranormal weird facts. We have a game, which is the paranormal jury, where you are going to decide which stories are fake and which are real. I have one for you, one for me. Then we also have curse roulette, where you have to choose which item you would rather have to use, but you have to choose one of them, and you're going to choose between three of them.
Use in what situation?
Yeah. Oh, I'll give you the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we also have 5 terrifying incidents at a theme park. We have some examples of nightmare fuel, and then we have some dirty confessions and some Reddit stories.
I have no idea. That's so much.
Babe, pick of the litter. What tickles your dick the most?
I kind of want to do the what story's fake. That one.
Yeah, that one's fun. Okay. I think it's interesting. You're going to have to tell me what's real. So they're going to run a little different. So the first one, which I'll be reading to you, 2 are real and 1 is fake. So I'm going to read you 3 stories and you're going to tell me which story is fake.
And you know which one's fake.
I know which one's fake. All right. So don't look at the doc.
I'm not looking at the doc.
Just listen. The cabin in the woods that watches you. In 2014, a man named Chris and his friends went camping in rural Montana. They found an old, abandoned cabin deep in the woods and decided to set up camp nearby. As night fell, they noticed something was off. The trees around them were eerily silent. While sitting by the fire, Chris got the feeling that someone was watching them. His friend jokingly shined a flashlight towards the cabin's broken windows, and they all saw it. A tall, thin figure was standing in the window, not moving, not blinking, just watching. Panicked, they ran to their car, but Chris swears he heard footsteps crunching behind them. When they sped away, one friend glanced back and saw the figure now standing outside the cabin watching. They reported the cabin to local authorities, but when police investigated, they found no footprints, no signs of recent activity, and no record of the cabin ever being built in the area. There's your first story. What's your gut tell you? Really fake. I'm not going to tell you till the end.
No cabin at all? I mean, they could have been, and maybe like they didn't go to the right spot, maybe? I'm good at that. That feels more urban legendy. But I need to hear the other ones. That's not fair.
All right. Next up, the Whispering Doll. A woman named Rachel inherited a porcelain doll from her grandmother. The doll had always creeped her out, but her grandmother swore it was a protective spirit. I love that.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing this every time you tell a story, even in the past podcasts. I always do.
That's perfect. Perfect. Fuck. Okay. One night, Rachel woke up to the sound of whispering. Thinking it was her TV, she went to turn it off, but it was already off. The whispering continued. She followed the sound until she realized it was coming from the glass cabinet where she kept the doll. Terrified, she threw the doll in the attic. That night, she had a horrifying nightmare of the doll standing at the foot of her bed, whispering in a language she couldn't understand. The next morning, she checked the attic. The doll was gone. But when she returned to her room, it was laying on her pillow facing her. Rachel immediately threw it into the river. She never saw it again. But weeks later, while visiting her mother, she noticed something strange in her mother's guest room. Sitting on the shelf was the porcelain doll, identical to the one she threw away. Dun, dun, dun!
What? One of them's fake?
Wait, one of them's fake. One of them's fake. And now we got our last story.
Both sound fake. But I want them
The woman in the window. No, you ready? You ready? The woman in the window of 50 Berkeley Square. London's 50 Berkeley Square is known as one of the most haunted houses in England. In the late 1800s, a man named Thomas Myers moved into the house after his fiancée left him. He became a recluse, locking himself in the top floor room. Over time, he reportedly lost his mind, pacing endlessly in the dark until he died alone. Years later, multiple people reported seeing a shadowy figure in the window and hearing whispers and footsteps coming from the abandoned room. A young maid who stayed overnight was found dead in the morning, her face frozen in pure terror. Another man who dared spend the night jumped out of the window to his death, screaming about a shapeless horror with glowing eyes. Even today, the house remains mostly unoccupied, and paranormal investigators refuse to enter the attic after reports of violent, unseen forces attacking them.
What?
Dun, dun, dun!
Oh, I want them all to be real. Is it bad?
I know. Which one is fake?
Oh, this is hard. Where he's from?
So we have the cabin. Yeah. Do you want to know? I worked on the internet and used AI.
Gotcha.
One of them.
Okay.
One is fake. So we have the cabin, we have the doll, and then we have the woman in the window.
Man, the doll one sounds like Annabelle. And I'm like, is that based off Annabelle? I don't even know. I don't know the lore there. But it sounds, it doesn't sound the most ridiculous. A whole house disappeared. And then there was a guy that locked himself in the basement or in the attic and then died, which sounds realistic to me. I'm going to say the doll.
Ding, ding,
Yes!
ding, 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 ding.
Yes!
She's a winner. She's a track star.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
So competitive.
Great job. You did great job.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next set you're gonna have to read to me, all right? But this one's different. 2 is fake, 1 is real.
Oh shit. Do you know?
So I have to guess which one's real. I don't remember, and I'm not looking at the doc, so I'm genuinely going to close it, and I'm gonna let you just do it because I don't remember.
Okay. How do you know that the other ones are real?
Google them.
Okay. They're Googleable. They're like stories that happened. Gotcha.
I don't know if the cabin disappeared or just if they didn't know it was
I feel like it would be, I mean, maybe it disappeared, but it would be like they took him to the wrong spot
You're in the forest,
or something.
you get confused.
Okay, whispering doll. Okay. 2 fake, 1 real. Guess the real. All right, first up, we have the man in the closet who knew your name. Okay.
Ew.
Creepy. In 2016, a college student named Elena moved into an old apartment near her university. It was cheap, had good lighting, and came fully furnished, including a massive wooden wardrobe that looked antique. The first night, she heard soft tapping coming from the closet. Thinking it was just the building settling, she ignored it. But each night, the sound got louder, like fingernails tapping against wood. One night, while brushing her teeth, she heard a deep whisper from inside the wardrobe. Elena, I see you. She screamed, ran to her roommate's room, and refused to sleep alone. The next day, she called her landlord, who came to check inside the wardrobe. Inside, they found deep scratch marks on the inner walls, and a note crumpled in the corner, and it read, "Let me out. I won't hurt you." She moved out immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
She think about that.
Okay.
Think about that.
I think it has like a date in it, which makes it feel more real.
Yeah.
But
It's like a frogging situation.
it sounds gross. Okay. Next story.
Okay. All right. The house that screamed.
Oh, shit.
A family in New Orleans moved into a century-old house known for its beautiful architecture and its dark history. Almost immediately, they began hearing muffled screams coming from the walls at night. They assumed it was just the old pipes or creaky wood, as you do. But over time, the sounds got clearer. One night, the father woke up to hear his daughter crying. He rushed to her room, but she was sound asleep. The moment he turned to leave, he heard it. A blood-curdling scream coming from inside the wall. After an emergency home inspection, they made a chilling discovery. Behind the walls, they found an old bricked-up doorway. And within the hidden space, there was a rusted chain bolted to the floor. No bodies were found, but the family moved out the next day, and the house remains abandoned to this day.
I just want that to be real.
Me too! I want to go there.
That one sounds really good. Yeah, we could investigate there. Do you know how many haunted places are in New Orleans? Dude,
oh, so many.
That could be our excuse.
Yeah, that's a good place. We should definitely go to New Orleans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. All right, last.
You stopped me from going there by myself once.
This bitch was like, I'm going to drive to New Orleans because I want to find myself in New Orleans. I'm just kidding. She wasn't saying that. But she was like, I just need to go somewhere. And she's like, I'm going to go to New Orleans. I'm like, you're going to go to one of the most dangerous cities for a woman by yourself? No. And then
I'm heavy. They can't pick me up and run.
You ended up going to...
I drove to Williamsburg, Virginia.
Virginia. That's right.
Like the safest place ever. Drove through them Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, not safe. Lots of cryptids. Okay, next and last story. The ghost who predicted a shipwreck. Ooh. In 1959, the crew of a cargo ship, SS Watertown, reported seeing 2 ghostly faces in the water after 2 sailors had tragically drowned. The faces were described as clear and distinct, appearing just below the surface, watching the ship. The captain, spooked, took several photographs, and one image clearly showed 2 faces floating in the waves. This photo was later examined and considered one of the most compelling pieces of ghost evidence in maritime history. A few weeks later, the ship mysteriously sank with no survivors. To this day, the photo remains unexplained, and the faces of the dead sailors are said to appear in the waters where the ship went down.
Does that one have a date? Does that story have a date?
1959.
Okay, so a photo could have been taken. So one of these stories is fake.
No, 2 of them are fake.
One of them is real.
So which one is real?
Is real. Oh, shit.
Which one is real?
You know what? Okay, so we have this.
We have the man in the closet who knew your name, the house that screamed, and the ghost who predicted a shipwreck.
I'm gonna go for, because they talk about how it's world-renowned evidence, I'm gonna go for the ship one.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, that's how I would have.
I genuinely didn't remember.
Good. That's awesome.
But it's there's too much. I'm looking out. Yeah, there's too much to say that
the
it's
man
real.
in the closet one it could have been a thing as well. I mean, it's very creepypasta-y, but it's like,
yeah. I thought the house that screamed was going to be the real one at first until I heard the last one.
Okay, yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. It's good. I like those. Those are fun. Those are fun little ghost stories.
It's a fun one because you don't know.
It's great, dude. I love that.
You just don't know, bro.
I love that.
You don't know. Now, I think that we should do.
You choose next.
Do you want to do? Okay, let's do. I love confessions.
Oh yeah, you want to do the voice memo things?
Do you have? Yeah, you have voice memos, and then I also have a few written ones. So I'm excited. Jump into these because I love going through your confessions. A while ago, I put out a form. We got over 1,900 replies.
Yeah.
So every week I get to sit down and listen to the weird things that you guys have done. But Chris got some voice memos, and I am excited.
Okay, per request of Instagram story, here goes. My brother told me that he remembers this very vividly, but I guess when I was 3 years old, I took a stone goblin that was like some type of bookshelf holder, and I swung it against his head. And I recently found said goblin and showed it to him. He rubbed his head.
Just classic sibling stuff, it sounds like. Classic sibling stuff.
Sounds like she... Yeah, that's just things that happen. You can't feel bad about that. You can't make me feel bad about that. Not at all. Here, will you find another one? I'll read one. You read and I'll do it.
Good.
Okay. I was raised in a very rural area. When I was around 7, my uncle made me a special burger. He told me years later, that the beef that I ate wasn't beef at all, and it was human. I still don't know if he was joking or not, but he had a weird smile when he said it. I never ate his cooking again. Since he died, my family has told me that he had 2 girlfriends over the years that went missing and were never found.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like we need to look deeper into that confession. But she was eating ex-girlfriend burger.
No.
Yeah, man.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I hope that's not real.
Yeah, but it just seems real to me. I don't know.
It's very, I don't know. All right. Well,
why not? Why not have a cookout? Kill someone, have a cookout.
There's a lot of people that have done that, which is really fucked up.
I'm sure it happens way more often than we think.
Oh my God. I'm reading, side note, I hope that wasn't real, but I'm reading Tender is the Flesh, the book right now. And it's...
Is it the one with the red cover with the devil horn?
Uh-huh. And it's
okay.
It's good. It's like, it's literally about if the world, all the animals in the world got a disease where we couldn't eat animals anymore, but people still wanted meat. So literally there's like meat that's brought up and it's human meat and everyone basically is a cannibal and they literally have processing plants where people are in them and they walk through the process of people and raising people on like feed and just like taking out their vocal cords and literally treating them like animals. And the whole book is obviously, there's a bigger picture to it, but it's like rough to get through.
People keep suggesting it to me all the time and I have a copy of it, but like, I am not a gore girl.
It's a gore one for sure, but it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. Since there's so much messaging behind it, I find that it's like hard, but it's also, I don't know. It's eye-opening. It's eye-opening how we treat animals and stuff. Because that's basically what it's about. Yeah, it's really, really interesting.
Fucked. Probably won't be reading that one, but it sounds really good.
I'll give you the clip notes when I'm done.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of a story for you. Back in the early 2000s, I was working at a auto parts store. And unfortunately, during that time, my mom ended up getting pretty sick and didn't make it. She passed away. And during that time, I was working on 2 or 3 vehicles from the 80s, and I needed some way to get them fixed up so I could sell them for some money. And at the time, since I was at the auto parts store, that old song from Johnny Cash, One Piece at a Time, came to mind. And believe it or not, I actually started doing that, just getting a couple pieces from the warehouse here or there and putting them on company accounts so that I thought people wouldn't notice. And within less than 6 months' time, I ended up almost completely restoring 2 or 3 vehicles I had from the 80s. They needed a lot of engine parts, brakes, interior parts, you name it. I would just find some way to sneak it out along with one of my drives and bring the stuff home. And of course, me doing that, doing it the wrong way, ended up getting caught at it and had to pay a bunch of fines and fees and stuff. But I never really told anybody about that. So I thought I would just give you a little bit of a quick story, one of my confessions, and I'll just call myself a fan from Indiana. I love you, Chris, and all the videos you do. Thanks.
Damn.
I love his voice.
Damn.
Can you imagine if he didn't get caught, though? Can you imagine if he didn't get caught?
Yeah.
Like, whose account did you put it on? Was it some huge corporate account? Then
I hope it was like a Big Brother type thing where it's just like, fuck the man, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
He sounded sad, kind of. Hey, I feel bad.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, that's hard. I mean, don't break the law or whatever, but at least he confessed. Yeah. And at least I think it's good that he got caught and that he was able to pay those fines and then
learn a lesson.
Yeah. Shout out to Indiana.
Well, thank you for your confession. Thanks Indiana, man.
Thanks.
All right, now listen to this one. My roommate in college had this one pillowcase he never washed, ever. One night after drinking too much, I puked onto it. I wiped it off as best as I could and flipped it over. He never noticed. It smelled awful for weeks, and he just kept sleeping on it, and I never told him. Ew!
Vomit?
Vomit
has such a distinct smell.
And he didn't even care. He didn't wash it.
Oh, that's so concerning. Mm-hmm. Some people just don't have good hygiene.
No, disgusting. Dude, that's like my uncle. Like, my uncle, he just, like, when we cleaned out his house, like, he slept on the same couch for, like, 20 years. And it was, like, completely bent. Never washed the sheets, never washed the pillows. Like, you could crack those pillows in half. Like, it was gross. But, sometimes that's just how people are, and you can't change them.
Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes it's, it's a lot of the time it's correlated with depression and all that stuff. And I totally understand that. I've been a fucking pack rat. Like, there's been stages in my life where I was gross, You've
seen my garage.
Yeah. But, like, just, like, not taking care of myself at all. Not washing my sheets for months. It's embarrassing to admit. But it's just, like,
we go through it. You go through it.
Don't care. So I don't know. I just feel bad.
You're also a very clean person, though. I'm convinced you're a vampire because you don't really sweat.
That's not true. You can. I literally never seen you sweat. I shower right before this because I was walking on a treadmill and I was sweating. I sweat quite a bit, and I'm also allergic to my sweat. So I need to shower immediately, like tears and sweat.
You itchy?
Extremely, and I break out into my whole body will start to get red. So it was like a nightmare during sports and stuff because if I didn't shower really close after, which was a lot of the time, I would just be so itchy and uncomfortable.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's a curse. It's the cross I bear.
I have something even grosser than that. Not that that's gross at all, but I do have something gross to tell you. Okay, listen to this one. For the past 10 years, I've been keeping every toenail and fingernail I clip. I work at a famous chain restaurant that's known for serving never frozen beef. I blend my toenails in a coffee bean blender until they're powder, and I put the powder in the salt shaker at work. I like knowing that my DNA is in everyone's fries. Hey, customer service is not my forte.
Selena, I can never eat fries again. Why did you say that?
How do you think I feel when I did that? Because I put this out on my Instagram. Is this someone local from my town? Because I literally go, which obviously they say a never frozen beef. That's Wendy's. So this is a Wendy's situation.
No, Wendy's are my favorite fries, Selena.
They are really good. Yeah, well, now you never know, Chris. Now you never look at your face.
No, you'll never know.
Oh,
you'll never
you know,
know.
I think about that every time I go out to eat. I'm like, and that's why, I mean, that is not why I'm nice to staff, but that's why I'm like just over the top nice. Cause I'm like,
don't do something to my food
back there for sure. And if they get it wrong, I'm like, it's fine. It's fine.
Like, it's fine. We're good. It's fine. I'm not sending it back.
I'm just scared. Like, I think you should always be nice to wait staff, but be nice to them because they can spit in your food. They can put their shaved, grounded up toenails in your food. All right.
Yeah, but you should hear what this grandma does to her soup. You want to hear?
Yeah.
You want to hear? When I was a kid, I spent summers at my grandma's house. She made soup from scratch every day.
Wow.
One day, I caught her dipping her false teeth into the pot while cooking. She stirred the soup with them, let them soak, and then took them out and put them back in her mouth. I still think about that every time I eat soup. Well, think about it for a good little taster. Put it in there. Use it as some like glue. I could see that. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
I couldn't ever eat soup again. Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
That's
no! Insane. I hate all this food stuff. Lord.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Okay, I'll do one more voice one.
Okay.
Hi, Chris. So I have a confession to make. When I was in year 10, I'm not entirely sure what that means in grades or whatever
Grade 10.
it goes by where you stay, but when I was in year 10, so I was around 15 years old, I was in the library one day, and I was on my period at the time, and I had just eaten pizza from this place where I'm from, and it's sometimes bad, but when I was in the library, right, I thought that I needed to fart. I did exactly what Selena does, and I shat myself at school, wearing a skirt. Yeah, it was great. And then I went to the bathroom, cleaned myself up, almost got caught, but till this day, no one knows about it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh. Well, I'm glad nobody knows about it.
You shit yourself.
Thanks for calling me the fuck out, too.
I did what Selena did, and I shit myself. Classic Selena.
I haven't shit myself on a ghost hunt yet, though.
No, you have not. Where's the last time? I think we were on the screening trip for House on Eden, our movie.
Yeah.
And we had to pull over like on the way to the airport. Was it on the way to the airport?
Dude, it was twice on that trip. The one time we were in LA and we were driving and I left the vehicle before we even got...
I need to go. And we were like rolling and she got out like on a main road in LA and just ran across the street into McDonald's.
to McDonald's.
And we're like...
And then on the way to the airport, we were driving in the Bronco. We get there and I'm just like, we got to pull over. And they're like, can you wait? I'm like, no. And then we're on the craziest highway.
Highway. There's like, you can't go on to like, there's no grass or anything. There's huge dividers and we're literally on the side of the road.
People watched that leave my body. Like people were watching.
Yeah. Hilarious. And I'm so sorry you have to deal with that though.
You know what's great though is like you have someone that in your family that deals with.
I do.
Well, you know somebody who deals with the same kind of situation. So I'm never embarrassed because you're just like, no, I know you have 30 seconds.
No, my brother has Hirschsprung's disease, and bless his heart.
Dude.
Sorry, Jacob, but
I didn't know if we were exposing.
No, it's okay.
Horrible though,
no,
man.
it's a very real thing, and he was lucky enough not to have a colostomy bag, but he doesn't have a large intestine at all, and he has part of his small intestine gone, so nothing processes, like it doesn't have time to dry and so it's
and we were with your mom too, and your mom was so nice. She's like, no, I know what it's like. I'm like,
oh yeah,
thank you.
I wanted to man, I love my brother, but like he's used to it now, and he's like better with it now. He's like a whole ass man now. He's almost a cop. Oh, he's gonna kill me.
He's a whole ass man. He's a whole ass man. He's almost a cop.
He's like gonna be. He pretty much is a cop. He graduated. Yeah. I'm so proud of him. And he's gonna kill me for saying this, but I just feel like I need to say this because he was bullied as a kid. He like went to a sleepover, and I remember I've never felt like there's multiple times I felt so much rage, like homicidal rage, and it's been for my siblings every time because somebody's fucking with my siblings. And there's these kids that he had to go to the bathroom, and he went to the bathroom. And like anybody go to the bathroom, it stunk, it's just, but they made fun of him for it. And they locked him in the bathroom for the whole night. And I was like, where are they? I went Liam Neeson. I was like, tell me the names. Tell me where I can find them. And I'm just going to talk to them. I'm just going to talk to them with a baseball bat, okay? I just like can't. And there was one time where my sister, she got cheated on, and we were in the same high school, and her ex-boyfriend was a piece of shit. And somebody came up and told me, like, yeah, he cheated on your sister. And I was like, where is he? And I went on a rampage through the school being like, where is Tom?
What'd you do to him?
Tom, but where's Tom? I was just asking everyone, where is he? Where is he? And I don't know what I was planning on doing. Probably nothing good. Glad I never found him. He was at home, but I don't know.
Dude, if anyone, my brother was like a cool kid, so no one ever bugged him, but I'll tell you right now, if anybody ever messed with my brother.
Right? Brother.
I would.
Oh, yeah. I think about your future child, and my sister is my sister's kid. Like, if anybody fucked with my fucking nephew, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Angie, bro. Ooh, I want you can have different levels of kids. You can have super soft kids. You can have wimpy kids. I kind of I don't want my kid to be a bully, but I want my kid to be rough. Like, I want to be like, I'm going to climb that tree and punch that squirrel in the face. Like, I kind of want that because I just want them to be
you don't want a little...
But I also want them to be kind.
I know, that's the thing. It's like, you never know. You never know what you're going to get when you pop one of those suckers out. They just have their own little personality.
Yeah.
I was just on FaceTime with my sister Jessica and my nephew, George. He's like running around now, which is so weird, and like babbling. Whoa. But he is so independent, such a boy, just running into things. Just that I'm just like, he's gonna be a little man. Little man.
Bro, little man. That's a funny thing too, because like I put out a YouTube video where people could guess the gender of our baby, because like it's out, it's a boy. But like people they're like, I got too into the video, I still have no idea. But yeah, it's a boy. And I can't wait to meet him.
I knew before
he's gonna have a mullet as soon as he can. You knew before literally first. I called you when I found out.
I was so honored.
I wanted a girl so bad. But I'm really happy with a boy, but I just remember like it's a boy.
Next one.
Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, I have to read you this confession because I've been thinking about it since I typed it up the other day. I grew up in a house built in the early 1900s. It had secret passageways in the walls from the Prohibition era. I discovered when I was 13, and I never told my parents. They had no idea. One of the hallways led to a secret room, and it was a decent size, 16 by 16, and even had a 3-piece bathroom. Okay. When I was 16, I got in a huge fight with my parents, and they kicked me out. Little did they know, I lived in the walls. They thought I was super successful and didn't know how I was doing so well on my own. I'm 21 now, and I still live in here. I have a great paying job, and I save all of my money.
Is that real?
They live in the walls.
She's like Brahm from the movie?
Yeah, they just live in the walls and save all their money. Yeah. What's that?
The boy. I think it's called The Boy.
The boy. Yeah, the boy. Yeah.
The doll. But he's actually spoiler alert, he's actually a dude that lives in the walls.
Yeah. Yeah. I had 2 creepy wall confessions. So I have one last confession for us here, but it kind of plays into the other one. When I was 12, I swore I heard breathing in my closet at night. My parents said it was my imagination. One night I got up to check inside and saw that there was a tiny hole drilled in the wall looking straight at my bed. My mom's roommate, a woman, was on the other side. I told my mom, and she said that it comforted her to watch her. She told my mom it gave her peace to watch me sleep.
No, Mom.
It's less creepy because it's a woman, but like still, like, don't watch my kids sleep.
No.
Can you imagine just like,
no. That is so, like a violation of privacy. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God. Also, the girl that lived in the walls is kind of savvy, and I kind of like slay, honestly.
Dude, stay in there. I would live in there forever until I got married. Can you imagine bringing a date home and being like, I'm sorry, we have to crawl into behind this bookshelf.
It's really compact, really cozy. You're going to love it.
So nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's wild. But shit's expensive now. I get it. That's fair.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Damn. Those are crazy. Those are crazy confessions.
Yeah. No, and I love them. And I have about 1,000 more to go through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. There's always things going on, mate. And there's always people doing weird things. And every time you think, wow, there's something wrong with me. Nope, because there's people out there that are really messed up.
To save money.
Putting toenails on fries.
Shaved toenails on fries.
Think about though, if you take that powder and you mix it in salt, you'd literally never know.
No, I know. It's real. I believe it. I believe it. It's real. God damn.
I'm uncomfortable, babe. God damn. Babe, it is what it is, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No.
Farting and darting and snarting.
What are we doing next?
I have a lot of really fun things. I have some paranormal weird facts because weird facts I just know are highly voted and people love them.
No, I love weird facts. I know a lot of weird facts.
And they're all really short, which is great because I know we love this because ADHD.
Yep. Love that. Love that.
This one I found so weird, okay? In 1907, Dr. Duncan McDougall conducted an experiment where he weighed 6 dying patients at the moment of death. He claimed that their bodies lost exactly 21 grams when they passed, leading to speculation that this was the weight of a human soul.
Yeah, I know that fact. I know a lot of weird facts. I knew that fact. Yeah, there was like it was just, well, he studied it, and a lot of people think it's just bullshit, but...
Bro.
But that was in what year?
That was in 1907.
Yeah, they've like come to see that it's just, like there it is for just scientific reasons now.
Huh. Question. Oh, so that is it. Because I was gonna say, like, does it like when your lungs are full, you'd weigh more?
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons. I can't remember exactly, but it is like scientifically proven why. But I like to think that it is a soul.
Man, I'm sad.
I'm sorry.
Do you believe in souls?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Skulls, I believe in a higher power. I believe that. So I believe, we're gonna go somewhere when we die. Hopefully,
we're some Christian ladies.
Yeah. I believe in all that. I believe in all that, and I believe in stuff maybe that not all people that believe in God believe in, but like paranormal world.
I have to get baptized Catholic, by the way.
Why?
I have to go take courses because my brother is baptizing his baby Catholic, and one of the godparents has to be Catholic, so it might actually be Adam. But isn't that weird? Like one of us has to be Catholic.
Weird.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't seem right
Adam's
to me. That doesn't seem right. Like that you need to be a certain thing in order to be a godparent.
It's so we can lead them correctly in their faith. So one of the godparents has to be. But like I'm baptized Anglican and Adam is baptized Presbyterian.
Yeah.
So it's like, can't we just we all got the God juice?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I've been baptized like 3 times.
Whoa.
Yeah, while I was a baby and then like a kid and then like a full grown adult, like I don't even know, like 7 years ago. And then I walked away from it a bit, and then I've kind of I've been reading a lot of philosophy, and then I've been reading a lot of the Bible and kind of getting reintroduced into it and kind of learning it for myself. And I know we've talked about this. Yeah. And I haven't really talked about it like a lot on platforms, but like I'm not hiding anything.
No.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to just like learn it for myself and like to actually talk to other people about it and not have it just shoved down my throat and being like, you need to believe this no matter what. It's like, no, ask questions. I'm always asking questions every single day.
Absolutely. Yeah. When I was in high school, I went to a Catholic high school, and the favorite class I've ever taken was religion, because it wasn't like you sat there and just learned about the Catholic religion. You learned about every single religion, and I like taking bits and pieces from what everybody else believes and kind of, developing your own voice in the space.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and I grew up Christian, and I don't even consider like myself religious. It's just like I have faith. I have faith that when I die, I'm going to go somewhere, and I just, I look at the Bible as a historic book, and it is. I mean, it's proven. Like it's not. There's literally Einstein, like multiple scientists that have looked at it, tried to debunk it, can't. I mean, it's just like it is. It comes down to faith, and whether you believe it or not, that's totally up to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just at this point, and I think with doing ghost hunting and having, I feel like again, I don't go to church. I wouldn't call myself like super religious, but we have seen and heard and experienced things that can't be explained, and I can't not believe that something comes next because I've seen it. I've seen stuck people. I've watched people psychically move on to different places. Like and going through all that made me find a lot of peace with that.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, well, if there's evil, if there are evil spirits, demons, all that stuff, then I have to believe that there's something good, that there's light.
Yeah, it's yin and yang. It's yin and yang.
There is. So there's a lot of comfort in it. And I didn't understand it for a really long time. I think it's just because I grew up in a Christian household and I felt like it was being forced upon me. But now, like, being an adult and looking into it more and looking at it more with almost a scientific lens, I'm like, okay, I get that. And just a broad lens. Yeah. So, yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
No, I'm glad. And I feel like it's something that both of us, because we've been friends for 5 years, and I feel like we've both kind of grown this way over the past 5 years. Like, you know, it's been cool to watch each other go through like the same kind of vibe. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. Do you want to bring us our next fact?
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah.
Top of the dock. Guys, I like to prep for things.
I love it. No, I love it. I'm scatterbrained freaking Stacy over here, so I love it.
Oh, it makes it smooth, makes it move. Yeah. I love it.
All right. Dr. Tony Chicaria was struck by lightning and was clinically dead for 20 minutes. When he came back, he developed a sudden obsession with piano music, even though he had never played before. He claims he downloaded a symphony from another realm. He went on to become a famous pianist and composer.
I loved this.
This stuff happens. It's kind of crazy. People come out of comas speaking different languages. It's wild.
After my surgery, and I had that crazy event, which that YouTube video, it'll be out now, but I had it's so weird to talk about, but I had an unbelievable knowledge of just everything. And it went away as I came out of the drug psychosis. I don't know. But for a minute, I could answer anything and everything, and I bet you I should have tried guitar.
Yeah, right. You're like,
just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But I believe that. That's just crazy.
Yeah, there are documented cases of this, and it's really, really interesting. And it kind of makes you think, too. It's just like, how? And then, like, is that a higher power thing? Or is that just a scientific thing? It's something in the brain? I don't know.
What is it? No, it's so weird.
So weird. All right.
Now, this one's dark, right? Otzi, the Iceman, is a 5,300-year-old mummy discovered in 1991. Since then, 7 people, like all 7, that were connected to his discovery have died mysteriously, including researchers, hikers, and forensic scientists, leading many to believe he is cursed. Coincidence? We'll never know.
Interesting. That's really interesting. I like that. I like the cursed stuff too. I don't like it, but it's
like King Tut, right?
Yeah. Like that stuff. And then like going to even like, and I'm doing a video on this soon, but like haunted movie sets, how people are literally cursed that are a part of those productions and everything. It's like...
Have you read about the Poltergeist one yet?
Oh yeah, I've read about all of them.
Dude, insane.
Yeah. Scary. Yeah. Like very scary. It makes me like I know we made a horror movie and luckily we were good, but we like took precaution. We really did. We were just like, okay, we're messing with maybe stuff that isn't good, so...
Selena busting out her crystal skulls all the time.
Yeah, like actually, like, what does it hurt? It doesn't. So, yeah, it's fucking scary. Yeah. All right. There are strange reports of whole villages and towns disappearing overnight. One of the most famous is Angikuni Lake, Canada, where in 1930, an entire Inuit village vanished. Food was left on tables, and even sled dogs were found dead, but no bodies or tracks were ever found.
Sam, put this one in because I think we should go. I looked it up. It's in none of it.
None of it? Dude, you know what's in none of it? Fucking nothing. Not livable. But I'm so down.
Can you imagine? I want to go places and do things that people like.
I'm down for all of the things. That would be really, really cool. I've always wanted to go that north up there. Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting to hear that there's no tracks. I'd be curious. I have a very skeptical mind. I'm just like, well, they're very nomadic usually because you kind of got to move around, especially to get food. So that kind of thing. And it would make sense to leave dogs behind because they wouldn't want to waste food on the dogs necessarily. Yeah. But what do I know? You know, we got to go there to find out, I guess.
But like, were the sled dogs still attached to the sled?
It breaks my heart to think about.
Cut them loose. I can't even think about it. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have a man named James Richards. He claims he accidentally slipped into a parallel universe, one where the Beatles never broke up. He even brought back a cassette tape with their unreleased album, Everyday Chemistry, which you can actually listen to online, and scientists have no explanation. So is this just a cool dude that found this cassette and was like, oh my God, this is it? Or is this someone who went into a different dimension? I found these all interesting again, because when I had my surgery, I kept asking Adam if I was in the right one, because I had seen different versions of where my life could be. I was like, Chris is my friend. Molly's still alive, because in a different dimension, I thought she was dead. So like, that's one of those things, like, is it real?
Dude, I'm watching Fringe right now. And that's all about different dimensions and different versions of ourselves. Okay. So I would love to think that there's other dimensions with other versions of ourselves. Like, time is such a weird concept, and it's bendy and it's weird. So like, who's to say that there isn't, I don't know, there isn't some sort of thing.
Yeah, some just like walls we can't penetrate.
I don't know, but that's cool.
I don't know.
That's cool. I like it. I like it. I'm here for it. Horny for it.
I like it. I like it. She's horny for it, guys.
All right, next. A mystery Russian radio station, UVB-76, has been broadcasted a bizarre buzzing noise and cryptic number sequences since 1970s. I just watched a Fringe episode about this.
Did you?
No one knows who operates it or why, but sometimes chilling voices break in and say things like, Command 135 issued. Some think it's a government spy station, while others believe it's transmitting messages to another dimension. In the Fringe episode, that's what it was. It was like people, there was a collective group of people that were trying to decipher it at all times. And then since they were listening to it, they like died from listening to it in a really weird way. And it was just like interdimensional. So it's really funny because I literally just watched they always base it off of stuff that's like actually happened and then make their own storyline about it. Very strange though, because that is a legit thing. Which what do you think it is? Maybe we should listen to it.
Can we? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I don't want to die. So I literally click on the Reddit thing and they're like, here's the website to listen to it. And then there's just this top comment and someone says, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Oh my God, am I clicking on it? Oh my gosh. I'm going to do it.
I think I found it. It's live.
Oh God. Yeah, here it is. Start audio.
Can you hear it?
Yep. Do you hear it?
Not for you.
Can you hear it?
I mean, I can hear it because it's on my thing, but you have to have it in the mic. I have it, though.
Okay, but you're hearing it too? We'll just, Becca, throw it on. What's it doing for yours?
Can you not hear it?
No.
You can't hear it in the mic?
No.
What?
I listened to it on my computer.
That's weird. Maybe that's why.
It was just...
Turn it off on your computer.
It is off now.
Okay.
It is.
So can you hear this?
Nothing.
It's so loud, dude.
Dude, nothing.
That's really weird. But it's like... What?
You just did. That was really scary.
What?
Your voice changed. You were like, ooh, and then it went to like a man's voice going,
That was me.
No, it didn't. That was different.
What? I was going, that was me.
Do it again. Okay. But
that's me. I just have a really...
But it did something kind of weird, though. I'm curious when you watch that
I'm
back.
scared
that
now.
Was weird. Okay. Everything's freaking me out. What? Chris!
What?
Don't die! What do you
want?
All right, let's move on to something even more scary, okay? Hundreds of people worldwide have reported seeing the Smiling Man, a terrifying grinning figure who appears at night, dances unnaturally, and follows people without making a sound. Some think he's an urban legend, but police have documented cases where people vanish after seeing him. This gives me like smile.
I need to look into this. I've not heard of this. I've heard of the smiley face killer. Like there's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Smiling Man.
This is Slender Man vibes.
Yeah, very Slender Man vibes. Interesting. Spooky.
Juicy.
Juicy. All right. Next, a security camera in Japan captured footage of a man walking down an alley when he suddenly flickered and disappeared into thin air. Authorities searched for him but found nothing. Some say it's proof of a spontaneous teleportation or people slipping between dimensions.
So much about dimensions, and there's also so many missing people who have just never been found. Like, I think dimensions, you'd have a body here and a body there, but sometimes slipping between these dimensions, like, do you fully just leave? No. But like, also, you're in a new dimension, but you don't know it's a new dimension.
That happens.
Like, in another dimension, are we somewhere else?
This is Fringe, dude. This is all Fringe, and I can answer them based off of the storyline. You could disappear, your atoms in your body could not go through the slipping of into the other dimension, and you cannot live in the other dimension because it could be like different air quality and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then you can't necessarily live with your other self in the other dimension, otherwise it'll screw up that dimension. So many factors.
But wait, is that like what cancer is? You got like your makeup isn't right?
Oh, fuck off. That's too much.
Stop. We can't go
too deep. Too deep. All right, we got one more, I think. Right.
Yeah, listen to this. In the Philippines, at least 12 people have been murdered for singing My Way by Frank Sinatra at karaoke bars. The killings became so common that some bars have banned the song altogether, fearing it was cursed.
I love that song. Also, people in the Philippines every one of them have beautiful voices. It's actually insane.
Yeah, you've been
do
there.
It my way.
I'm scared. I can see the headlines. Chris dies after filming podcast. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Have you heard of the third man factor? I know we're talking about different dimensions here, but have you heard about the third man factor?
I have not.
So this is people that experience another person being there. Like, an example, a girl was in a car accident and her car was about to light on fire, and this man was like, you need to get out, you need to get out. And she gets out and nobody's there.
I've heard about this. Didn't know it was called the third man factor, but there's so many cases about this. It's very interesting. A lot of car crashes. It seems.
Really? So I collected some. So literally, the third man factor is a phenomenon where people in extreme life or death situations report sensing an unseen presence that provides comfort, guidance, or even physical assistance. Yeah. This presence often feels real, that no one can see or hear it. A lot of people think it's spirit guides, guardian angels, or even God himself.
Yeah, and that's what just goes back to my my faith feeling. It's like, how could you not believe in something bigger than you if stuff like that really happens? It's just wild.
No.
I don't know.
And so some people say, like, scientists say that it can be a survival mechanism, and then the brain creates a hallucination to help keep you alive, which makes sense. But that also freaks me out that the brain is so powerful, but it is.
It really is.
I don't remember a lot of my trauma, and people are like, you should go to counseling and unlock that. Yeah. I'm like, throw away the key.
We don't need her.
I don't need to revisit that.
Leave it in the basement. What? No, it actually is crazy though. Yeah. And yeah, it's a survival mechanism. It's like, especially with trauma, like you actually your brain learns how to like repress it. Like it's so real. There's things that I've remembered in recent years where I'm like, wait, oh yeah, what the fuck? Like, why did I forget about that? It's first.
Or someone else brings it up and I'll be like, I have no memory of that.
Yeah, like the confession with the girl hitting her brother over the head or whatever. And she's like, I didn't do that. Like, yeah, it's weird shit like that.
No, it's so weird. So here is an example of it right here. A man named Ron DeFrancisco was trapped on the 84th floor of the South Tower of the World Trade Center when the plane struck. He was surrounded by fire and thick smoke, unable to see an escape route. Suddenly, he felt a presence behind him. Something grabbed him, pulled him up, and guided him towards a stairwell. Even though others around him were too disoriented to move, he followed this mysterious force down the stairs, barely making it out before the tower collapsed. He survived with severe burns, but remains convinced that something saved him.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, was it just another person and then he just lost them, maybe? Or was it actually, like a little guardian angel or something? What was it? That's so crazy. All right, the next one is 2 skiers were lost in the Alaskan wilderness after an avalanche separated them from their group. Night was falling and they had no way to find shelter. Then a tall man in a dark cloak appeared beside them. He never spoke, but somehow the skiers felt his instructions. They felt his instructions, as if they were leading them without words. They followed him for miles until they found a cabin. When they turned to thank him, he was gone. They later checked records and maps, and there were no record of any person in the area.
That's a group one.
Yeah, the group one is interesting because it's like one thing to have one person and they could hallucinate, but you can't share a hallucination. So that's very...
Not a man in a cloak.
Yeah, in a black cloak. That's like some fucking Game of Thrones shit.
I would be like, that's death.
Yeah.
And he's leading me to the end. So how about we go the opposite way?
Yeah, he's like, actually, I filled my quota. You guys are fine. You guys are good.
Gonna help you get you down there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But yeah, we had snow and now we have water. So a scuba diver named Paul Ness was exploring an underwater cave system when he became trapped. First, I don't get people that explore caves. I don't like people that what is it called when they go in the caves and they go... don't do it. You're asking
if it's
for
not
it.
your
Anyways,
job, stop.
So this guy wasn't only just doing it, he was doing it in water. So we're just double, absolutely not. So his oxygen was running low and he started panicking. Suddenly he felt hands on his shoulders, turning him in the right direction. He followed the unseen guide and made it out barely alive. He later thanked his dive partner for saving him, only to find out that his partner had already surfaced long before. The dive logs showed no one else had been in the cave with him.
Weird.
Yeah, so the crazy thing about that is thousands of people across history have reported this, and it makes it one of like the strangest human phenomenons, but it happens.
It does happen. It does happen.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Super weird.
Very, very, very strange. Even like an intuition thing, it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know I know you probably feel like this, but you get like in those weird, dangerous situations when you get that little voice in your head that's just like, go this other way. Like, I know you want to go do this instead of this. And then
every time I whistle outside at night, something's like, shut the fuck up.
Something bad's going to happen. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
No, it's crazy.
Oh, then they got what causes the third man factor. Scientists speculate it could be a survival mechanism. Totally. The brain creates a hallucination to keep you calm. A spiritual protector. Some believe it's a guardian angel. Yeah, an alternative version of yourself. Some theories suggest time slips of future selves guiding people to safety. Very fringe. Regardless of explanation, thousands of people across. Yeah, I love what you said. Yeah, it's just crazy.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. But babe, I would like to introduce a new segment.
Oh, okay, slay.
And this is Curse Roulette. Okay. This is a version of Would You Rather. I'm going to give you 3 scenarios, and you have to choose one of them. Okay. All right?
Okay.
First, you have to keep this on your bedside table for 1 year. The Dybbuk box.
Ooh.
This small wine cabinet was purchased on eBay and became one of the most infamous haunted objects in history. Supposedly, it contains a Dybbuk, a restless, malevolent spirit from Jewish folklore. Now, why is it cursed? Everyone who has owned this box has reported terrifying nightmares, bad luck, and violent health issues. A journalist who opened it on a live stream immediately got sick, while Post Malone, who touched it once, had a streak of misfortune, including a car crash, a plane emergency, and a robbery. Owners have heard horrific screams coming from inside and even reported shadow figures. Now, where is it now? It is locked away in Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, sealed with warnings not to open it. So that's your first one.
Open it
On your bedside table for a year.
Bad.
No. Number 2, you have to gift this to your unsuspecting mother, Annabelle. Made famous by the Conjuring universe, Annabelle is a real Raggedy Ann doll said to be possessed by an entity. Why is it cursed? It moved on its own, left creepy handwritten notes, and reportedly attacked its owners. A priest who mocked Annabelle got into a near-fatal car crash minutes after leaving. A couple who taunted the doll while visiting its case died in a motorcycle accident on their way home. Now, where is it now? It is kept in a glass case in the Warren's Occult Museum, sealed with a warning, positively do not open. Now, the last one. Keep this wedding gift for 2 days. The Bassano vase, a cursed wedding gift that kills. In the 15th century, an Italian bride received a beautiful silver vase as a wedding gift. She never made it to this wedding. She was found dead, clutching the vase. Now, why is it cursed? Everyone who has owned it has died within a few weeks of receiving it. The vase was passed was passed between families, killing each new owner until a priest buried it with a warning to never unearth it. In the 1980s, it was dug up and immediately sold at auction. The new buyer died within 3 months. Where is it now? Reportedly hidden in an undisclosed location to prevent more deaths. So, Chris, what are you choosing? The Dybbuk box, which you're going to keep on your bedside table for a year, or give Annabelle to your unsuspecting mother, or are you going to keep a vase that kills, but only for 2 days? Pick your poison.
It's hard because the vase, balls, the curse might just be on you because you have it. Like, it might stay. So I don't know.
Yeah, it could stay. But 2 days, maybe not, is a word.
I know. In the Dybbuk box, you're just going to have the worst luck. I mean, you could die. That's a year. It could kill you.
Or you're giving Annabelle to your mom.
Definitely not. I would never put my mom in danger like that. I think, but then it's hard because that vase could hurt me or Caleb too. But
yeah,
I don't know. If I'm the one grabbing it, it'll probably just be me. I think the vase for 2 days is still the least scary, and it seems the least bad. I got to do the vase, I guess.
All right, so the undisclosed location to prevent more deaths is my garage, and I will be shipping that out to you today.
What? What? What?
The vase.
You have the vase?
It said right here, it's reportedly hidden in an undisclosed location. I know that undisclosed location, and I'm going to ship it to you.
You have it? No, you don't. Shut up, you dumb bitch.
No, I don't.
I was like, is that my wedding gift? What?
No. Immediately, no. Immediately.
But I think so. What would you do?
I feel like my mom could deal with it. No, I would do the vase too,
Yeah.
I think I would. Because 2 days.
Right?
Then you're just like, I'm going to leave this on the back deck.
Yeah, I can keep it, but I can put it wherever I want.
Yeah. All right. Yay.
Doesn't say I can't break it, too. That might be worse, though.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I don't know why I ate candy while I was doing that. I just needed a sugar boost.
What kind is it? Can you, give us a little promo on what you're snacking on?
Sour Boys. This is the candy Caleb and I make. It's delicious. Blue raspberry. It's one of my favorites. We have cute little guys on it. It truly is my favorite candy, though. I literally eat it every single day.
Oh. It's so good and it has no crazy chemicals, no crazy dyes. Because, guys, if you haven't looked into what Red Dye 40 and Brilliant Blue can do to your brain, I don't know what you're doing. Sour Boys is our favorite, and every time I order it, I don't get any because Adam eats all of it.
What? That makes sense. No, it really is. I'm so proud and happy with that product. And I'm sure we'll probably have our own Can't Sleep flavor soon.
Dude, what would you guys listening? If there was a Sour Boys Can't Sleep flavor, maybe we put a vote out right now. What is the Can't Sleep? What would you want?
I feel like it needs to be green and purple because those are our colors. But so maybe I don't know. And it can be
grape lime
we
can
make
delicious.
Any flavor. We've done grape lime before.
I like the little guys.
Yeah, the little guys. We could do little guys too. It doesn't need to be Sour Boy strip necessarily, but yeah, let us know what you could think of any flavor. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, anything in the world.
Yeah.
Shit. Maybe there'll be a general consensus. Give the people what they want.
Yeah. All right. This is Would You Rather for Selena. Okay, here we go. Hang this in your bedroom for 5 years. The hands resist him. The painting that moves on its own. Fuck that shit. Okay. This painting, created in 1972 by artist Bill Stoneham, shows a boy standing next to a creepy doll with lifeless eyes. The background is filled with ghostly hands reaching through a doorway. Why is it cursed? The first gallery owner and an art critic who reviewed the painting died mysteriously after encountering it. People who owned the painting reported that the figures moved on their own and that the boy disappeared from the canvas at night. Shut up. I'm scared. Some claim the painting causes nausea, dizziness, and paranoia when looking at it for too long. Where is it now? Sold on eBay after the owners were too afraid to keep it. The new owner refuses to display it. Well, that seems like a waste.
Yeah, that does.
That's the first one. Absolutely fucking terrifying. All right, switch out your wedding ring for this gem for 1 year. The Delhi purple sapphire. The cursed gem that brings ruin. This stunning purple gemstone was stolen from a sacred temple in India in the 19th century. From the moment it was taken, its owners faced tragedy, financial ruin, and even sewer slide. Why is it cursed? The first man who stole it lost all his wealth and died in poverty. Another owner died by sewer slide, and his family suffered financial disasters. Scientists who handled it reported severe depression and hallucinations. Where is it now? Locked away in the Natural History Museum in London, sealed in a glass case with a warning about its curse.
Oh my God.
That sounds horrible as well. Okay. Next, gift this painting to your sibling. To Joel. The Crying Boy painting, a curse that burns houses down. In the 1950s, thousands of copies of paintings called The Crying Boy were sold in the UK. It featured a tearful young boy, but soon after, homes that owned the painting mysteriously burned down. Why is it cursed? Firefighters found several burnt homes where everything was destroyed except for this painting. No one could explain why the painting always survived the fires. After reports of the curse spread, people started destroying their copies, but some say burning it only makes the curse worse. Where is it now? Some remaining copies are stored in private collections, but many were burned in the mass destruction events in the 1980s. That's wild.
So we have a painting that burns down houses. I'm going to eliminate the Delhi diamond gem.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that because that sounds
terrible.
horrible. So I'm choosing between two paintings, one for my brother and one for me.
Yeah.
I would never push harm on my brother.
I know.
Right? And I don't want to burn down his house. He's got a baby in that house.
Exactly.
So I guess that I'm going to put that painting in my room, but I'm going to be honest, I'm going to hang it up backwards so it faces the wall.
Hang it up backwards.
Because
cover it up backwards. I mean, if you can't see it, I feel like it can't bother you.
It says right here that the new owners refuse to display it. So they're not displaying it so nothing bad has happened.
Exactly. I would pick that one as well.
I've chosen my fate.
You've chosen your fate.
The hands resist him.
Yep.
Damn, boy.
Yep.
Damn, boy, I'm into it.
That's good. I like that segment. That's a good segment.
No, I think that is the one.
Off camera, but are we wanting to do a shorter one? Because at this rate, we are going to go over 2 hours.
No, I was going to actually, that's why I did this last. I thought we'd end on a high note.
Okay, cool.
I thought this would be the end right here. What do you think?
That.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, jump back into it. All right, guys, what would you guys choose for your haunted fatal of all these? Maybe some of you are weirdos and you want bad things to happen. I've met some people like that. I'm not judging you, but I am.
Low key.
We listen and we do judge.
We do. Yeah, we really do. We listen and we judge on this show. Okay.
Absolutely.
But also we give some benefit of the doubt, some leeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. She is who she is.
Gosh.
But guys, I know that we're starting to plan some ghost content that we're gonna be doing. So if you guys have some haunted locations where you're like, you guys need to go here. Also, if you have a haunted location that you own that you want us to go to, that could be cool too. Just let us know down below. Let us know. You never know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We're really excited. We thought we'd give you a little bit of a shorter episode today. Let us know if you like this more, or if you just like to hear us gab and you like the longer episodes. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like.
We never run out of things to talk
We literally
about.
don't.
Never.
This could be 5 hours long, but that might be a little too much. But
But it is the middle of the night, and girl, I'm tired. So we have one last thing to do before we leave the show.
yeah,
And that's tell a bedtime story.
bedtime stories.
All right, it's your turn to start.
All right. Okay. Sarah sat at her desk while writing her book on her laptop.
It was the dead of night, and the rain was patting hard against the windows.
She watched the cursor blink at her on her screen, and all she had written down was...
Yeah. There once was a girl sitting at her desk when a shadowy man appeared behind her.
That's almost exactly what I was thinking. That's so funny. Okay. She was tapping her pen against her lip, contemplating what to write next, when she heard a sound behind her.
It was less of a thud, but more of a shuffle.
As soon as she turned her head towards the shuffle, nothing was there, and she thought it was nothing.
But as her head was turned, she heard in her other ear, "I like to watch you."
She quickly turned her head the other way to see who just whispered in her ear, but she again saw nothing.
And in her other ear now, the voice came and said, "I watch you when you sleep too."
Too terrified to turn around to see what was actually there, she reached her hand out behind her to feel it, and she felt something.
Her hand was at the exact height of the demon's crotch.
You were going to say that. She was shocked, but also slightly impressed.
She turned her head fast and made eye contact with
a handsome, shadowy figure that didn't quite have a face, but when she looked up at him, she was in a trance.
But quickly she knew nothing could happen because he was only 4'10".
Okay. She wasn't into short kings. And she quickly went and grabbed the salt to make a ring around herself to protect herself.
But instead she threw the salt at him and said, "Go away, my little cannoli."
And he said, "Ah! Okay."
What was that? The end.
Yeah, we had to end it there. It started so good.
You did. I'm sorry. Short kings are fine. I'm 5 foot tall, but I thought it was funny because in my head she was like 6'4". Okay. So like it just didn't make sense for them.
In my head she was like 5'5", looking up at like this giant sexy demon.
Yeah, I love his blinded that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was absolutely a Love is Blind situation. A reveal. Love is Blind reveal.
I think that they made such a mistake with Love and Blind. It really just should be like, I want to make a house that's just full of just characters. Yeah. And then they meet each other like, whoa.
Absolutely.
Anyways. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Bye.